Oh, so here's a nice little story to share with you. Yesterday, I happened to speak to a Indian expat who was in UAE but went to Canada, and born and raised in UAE, everything, and finally moved to Canada. And I don't know why I felt I normally don't speak to people unless they are my customers or clients. But in his case, I said, "You got a minute? I just want to ask you a few things." He said, "Sure." And when speaking to him, he told me that he's in Canada. He's doing pretty well. I'll not disclose his exact location, but he's in the main city of Canada. Okay, one of the main cities. And what surprised me was he has a 5-bedroom villa. Like 5-bedroom villa. How the fuck did he afford a 5-bedroom villa? And then I started to speak to him about what were the choices that he made, how did he go about. Obviously, because I want to protect his privacy, I'm not going to reveal which industry he is in or what he's doing. But I'll give you the stuff that I can share. Now, when he moved from UAE to Canada, obviously it was tough. He was on minimum wage, which was, I think, $12. But then now it's around 14 odd dollars. Before it was 12. So he worked minimum wage for quite a number of years. And it seems that when he was preparing for resumes and interviews, he wanted to Google search. So apparently some of my videos popped up. And he said the only reason I wanted to check out your videos was because you are from Dubai. So I was like, okay, you're a Dubai guy, like me, born and raised. So he said the strategies that you mentioned were applicable only for UAE, very specifically for UAE. I said, yeah, because my target market was UAE, and it will not work in Canada. I said 100%, because in Canada they don't want you bragging, showing off, and talking big stuff. In Canada, what you see is what you get. Talk normal, don't overhype. They don't like it. So then he was saying that he saw those videos, and from there he agreed with everything I had to say about the UAE market and all that. And from then on, he used to watch my videos. So it has been quite some time since he has been watching my videos. And then I also asked him as to some tips for people who migrate and what are the problems. In fact, the biggest question I asked him was, the most important question is, how is it that you are able to purchase a 5-bedroom villa where most of the other people have failed or are just living on basic average jobs? So what he said was, the first most important thing is people mistake the expats, both from immigrants, both from India, Pakistan or wherever, or even from UAE. They still think UAE's culture, UAE's norms work in Canada. It doesn't. The second problem is most of them are educated, but with education based from back home. It's not recognized in Canada. Third one is communication is key. If you do not know how to communicate and articulate your skills, if you do not know how to sell yourself, and not the cheesy cliche bullshit, sir, if you give me a chance, I'll prove no. You need to communicate with class and style. And by the way, he was really good at speaking. I was impressed with his mannerisms and the style of speaking. I mean, it's not just what he spoke, it's how he presented what he spoke, So, very fine speaking gentleman. And then what he said was, you need to know how to network, you need to know how to present yourself. And then I told him that, what is your name? And when I checked him on Facebook, he's not there on Facebook. He's not there on any social media. So I was like, let me guess, it's a privacy issue. So he said, yeah, we value our privacy a lot. So then I told him, I just want to give you a few aspects about my thinking about Canada. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. So I say, go ahead, you can tell me. So I told him life in Canada is not easy. That's number one. Yeah, because he had told me, why don't you come down to Canada? You'll do pretty well in Canada. So I told him, I'll give you the reasons why I didn't come to Canada and my analysis. So you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. So yeah, go ahead. I said, number one, life in Canada is not easy, okay? Number two is taxes are pretty high. Number three is property is, or buying an apartment or renting is super high. Number four is even going out for a movie or eating out is bloody expensive. It's not like UAE. In fact, even transportation is not cheap. Then next one is people don't factor in the aspect that travel is pretty long. There is no social life. And, it's like Canada is so large. It's very few people are there in Canada. And there are some places which are totally like a sleepy town, totally dead. It's snowing most of the time. And there's hardly any jobs in some places. He said, you nailed it right on the head. And the last bit I told him is, the people who migrate, for them, most of them struggle. But the next generation that comes out, they kind of get into the groove, So he said, you nailed it on all the aspects and make total sense. And then I shared with him some confidential aspects about migration and what people are doing and how they are trying to sort out. He was in total agreement. The only thing which him and I had a difference of opinion was, he said that, I asked him, what is your biggest pet peeve? Like, what are you absolutely worried about? And
wake up.
See, the monkey on the scooter. So I asked him what was the biggest pet peeve that he had. He told me the biggest pet peeve was not being able to buy property or land or apartments or whatever, because people from Hong Kong and China were coming there and scooping up, and the prices were way too high. But I told him, no, that is not the main concern. I said the main point of concern is, yes, you have a good job, and yes, you're employed at a particular point, but to climb up, to grow, is very, very hard, because people in Canada are not risk takers. They are not hardcore risk takers. People in US are risk takers. In Canada, they have this culture whereby you have to be very respectful, very nice, very polite. You can't use the wrong pronoun. You can't address people the wrong way. You can't be, sorry, you can't be seen as a profit-hungry individual or company. Capitalism is not, favored very much in Canada. But in USA, greed is good, It's like... oh God, something went up my nose. That greed is good. What is the name of the movie? This guy, I forgot his name. Michael Douglas. He starred in that movie. So I can't get the name. Anyway, it's a Wall Street kind of a movie. The Wall Street. Yeah. So in US, it's like aggressive, and they really want the best talent. They want to grow fast. They want to be a monopoly. They want to make money. So there they are risk takers, and there they pay very high salaries. So then he said, American companies that open up in Canada, they are looking for high-spirited, very well-talented, smart people. And you can even get up to $250 to $500 an hour if you're really good at what you do. Because these billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies, if they know you're good, they'll pay you big paychecks. They don't care, what you ask. If you can deliver, they'll pay you big money per hour. So from hardly earning, $12 an hour, this guy's earning like good money, really good money. I don't want to mention because he requested privacy. And yes, people abroad are very, very particular with their privacy. Majority of them don't have Facebook, don't use social media, because they don't want anything that they tweet or anything that they say that it can be used against you, and if it harms your career or you're exposed, then nobody will give you a job. Nobody gives you a second chance. So overall, this is what he told me about going to Canada. So I was happy that now, the number of contacts and connections in Canada is kind of growing. So it always helps when my customers or clients ask me questions with regards to Canada or migrating there. And one other reason I told him I didn't want to go there is because if I go there, I need to ensure that whatever I'm doing is licensed, it has legal implications, and the proper educational backing. Because here in Thailand, I can just do any business, nobody will care as long as I pay the money. Canada, there are a lot of regulations. You can't call yourself a coach or therapist or consultant without having the proper legal credentials. So even if you have the experience but you don't have the credentials for it, and even if you're good at your job but you don't have the proper legal documentation, then you can be sued or taken to court or all that nonsense. And plus, it's very expensive. Like here, I can live even $20, $10 a day. I can live. You can't live $10 a day in Canada or US. So anyway, this is what we shared and this is what we spoke about. Really educated, very classy guy. And I was blown away with the fact that how successful he is. He's very young, by the way. So, yeah, good. So anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts. He loves Canada. Only thing he says is social life is zero. Because of whatever, He was born and raised in Dubai. He doesn't have friends and memories. So that's about it. So I thought I'd share this with you. Let me know your thoughts. Any questions? This is me signing off. You guys take care. Got a cold here.
So, who is Loy Machedo? Loy Machedo is a jerk, rude, arrogant, stupid, mindless, fat, lazy bum, insult to society, dresses up like a beggar, show off, bluff master, an atheist, an opportunist, a school dropout, a tattooed freak. We wouldn't date him if he was the last man on the planet. In fact, his face looks like Spider-Man. Oh, by the way, do you know he's in shape? What? Round is a shape, isn't it? But shh, tell you a secret? Even with all these drawbacks, he is a world-class mentor, trainer, and coach. He mentors PhD holders, CEOs, and directors on personal branding strategies. He makes ordinary resumes extraordinary, prepares you for interviews, helps you get a world-class job. In fact, whatever salary you are earning, he will help you earn double that income per month. Oh yeah, and don't believe us? After all, we are just too beautiful, too hot, and too sexy, right? Do this. Just type his name on Google, Loymachedo, and find out. You see, Google never tells lies. Loy Machedo may be a jerk, but he has 2 million web links online, 200,000 social media connections, 4,000 plus post articles and videos online. He was also a speaker for TED Talks titled Stone of Judgment, and he was featured on Coca-Cola's viral advertisement on YouTube. No labels this Ramadan. That video garnered over 18 million views. So even with no education, he works only 5 days per month, and he is comfortable, successful, and happy. So do you want to learn those secrets? Do you want to know the secrets how to transform your life from the ordinary to the extraordinary? Then log on to www.whoisloymachedo.com and find out how he has changed the lives of so many, and how maybe he can be the answer for you. Or if you wish, send him an email on loy@loymachedo.com, or send him a WhatsApp message on 009715569696626, and he will respond to you for free. Remember, so the question really isn't, who is Loy Machedo? The question is, are you fed up of earning that miserable salary? Do you feel you are worth much more? Do you really want to change your life? Remember, there are no shortcuts to success, but there are strategies that can help you get there faster. On behalf of Loy Machedo and his team, thank you for watching this video. Do like and subscribe to his channel. And shh, we still think Loy Machedo is a jerk. So do you want to go over the...
Okay, so
Yeah, for the... Yeah? Oh, wait. By the way, let us know what you thought of this video. Good, bad, ugly, post your comments down below. We would love to read your views. Trust me, we would be reading it. Goodbye.